Hello, everybody. How are you doing? It's Wednesday, and today is your day for your social media tips. So, if you want to attract your prospect, grow your following, then we suggest you use a lot of stories. However, there are a lot of features in the stories area that you can use, but there's one feature I want to share with you today that you may not be aware, or you might be aware but you're not using it, and it's so pretty cool, right? It's pretty cool to use, but it enhances your story. It kind of just put an extra um kick to it. So if you want to stand out from the crowd, if you want to show that you got the social media thing all under control here, you got it, then you might want to include this feature. Or and if you already are using this feature, use it some more, because it's pretty cool, and you can make it become so fabulous using this particular feature. So we want to enhance our stories today by this one, using this one feature. So for those of you who are going to be joining me live, let me know where you're joining me from. And if you're going to be watching the replay, also let me know where you're watching it from. So while I'm here talking and introducing myself, I want you to grab your phones wherever you are. Take out your cell phones, okay? We're going to be using them. Got your cell phone handy, because today we're going to talk about social media tips. And primarily, I'm here to help you with your social media marketing, sharing the good news about social media tools, the strategies, whether you're a network marketer, MLN, direct salesperson, a social seller, home-based business owner. We all market our business online, and we all need to be using these tools so that we can stand out, yes, from the crowd, that we can enhance our brand, and we can be that unique person in our niche more than anyone else, right? We want to be able to do this thing, um, more importantly, efficiently, but we want to be able to become visible, and we want to be able to attract our perfect prospect, let them see what we're doing, and they might want to be able to come on board with a grow your team, be a customer. Okay, so stories. Now, let's talk a little bit about stories. Now, stories have become so much more important now, because you're allowed to do some things in your stories that you might not be able to do in other places here on social media. Now, if you've been going into stories, looking at folk stories, you know that things have changed, right? When we started out with stories, we could only do a limited amount of stuff. Now you can do a whole barrage of things, text overlay, pictures inset, can do a lot of things, can do the filters, all kinds of stuff, the lettering, and it's just you can do like more than one. You can tell an entire story within a story. That's what I'm saying. You can tell an entire story within a story. I don't know about you. I love the story feature. I just don't get to do it enough. You know, because I think my phone is just acting up. But the story feature is pretty cool. And I need to do some more stories as well. It's recommended that you do at least 3 stories. You can do as many stories as you want. You can talk about your entire day, from you wake up this morning, what's going on, until you go to bed at night. So you can take people on a journey through your stories for the entire day. That's pretty cool. Now, not all of us are able to do that. And you can tell any story that you want to tell. Remember, now we have so many stories on a given day, so many stories already gone by, but we can tell stories about what we are doing right now. We are marketing on social media, whether it's your product or your opportunity or your service. You can talk about, as that, build up a story around it. You want to attract people to what you're offering, whether they become a team member or whether they become a customer, right? You want the ideal prospect, you want to attract them to you. So you want to build your following, grow your target market, build up your niche, your tribe, right? Because those are your loyal followers. provide the value, and you can do that in stories. So get out your phone, and we're going to go through Facebook today. Okay, so you want to find your Facebook page and find your story feature. Now here is mine. Okay, so now I'm going to click on story. Okay, now when you click on story, it's going to bring up all kinds of stuff in your camera roll. All depends on what you have there. Okay, so you're now going to choose something from your camera roll. Okay, now I don't know what you're going to choose, but I'm going to choose something here from my camera roll. So I just you could choose a video, you could choose just one of your selfie, somewhere you have been, whatever you want to share in reference to your niche. Or you might just want to entertain folks. You might just want to share something that you actually that pop up today that has nothing to do with what you're offering, but it's just for entertainment. You can share that. You have to mix it up, man, because we don't want to hear about business all the time. Oh my goodness, we want to hear have little fun sometimes, right? You can share that. Share something that happened today, while you were up and about, maybe walking the mall, walking the dog, you name it, and you took a picture. So let's go to our story feature. Okay, now I took I went out today, helped someone, and we stopped at a particular restaurant. He was craving pancakes. So we stopped at this particular restaurant, and he wanted pancakes. So, but I didn't want pancakes, right? So I got something else. So what I did was, I halfway in the process, I took a picture of the food. Okay, so if you're a foodie, and if you are in health and wellness, or you're in travel, or you're anyone in your niche can relate to food, right? But you got to tweak it how you to let it match your message, right? So I'm in travel. I am a travel business owner, and so food is always a part of what we encounter when we travel. And I don't have to go overseas to say I travel. I can travel 6 miles down the road to the park. I can travel 3 miles down the road to the hotel. I can walk up the street. They got like maybe about four hotels up the street. Yeah, and it doesn't matter if I walk, ride, drive, or skip or fly. I am traveling. Okay, so we look at travel. We have to jump on the airplane, or we got to go on the cruise ship. No, my love, we can drive in our car. All right, we can ride on the donkey, jump on our bikes or motorcycles, and we're traveling. So today we traveled out. I traveled out with this gentleman. We took him to an appointment, and he wanted pancakes. So we stopped at the favorite pancake store. I'm not gonna call any names, you should know. Okay, he said I wanted to go. So we stopped there. So he got his pancakes. So I got a different meal. Now, because I am on a health journey, and I'm watching what I'm eating, because I'm on a little journey here that you'll hear about later on. Right now, so I took a picture halfway in the meal, because I just didn't feel like eating anymore, or something didn't quite go well with the dish. So, but I took a picture anyway, because I thought that it was very healthy. Number one, what I chose, and I wanted to use that in my stories one of these days. Now, one thing you must remember is that you might take a dozen pictures today. You might not use them today. You might use them next week. Now, let me put in a public service a public service announcement. You should always be taking pictures, or taking videos, whatever. You should always be having an album, right? Put things in your library, because remember, now you might not use them today. When you go to the library, there's so many books in there. You Every time you go there, in addition to it, people write books, and books are added to the library. So just like that, you have pictures in your camera roll that you may not use today, you may not use tomorrow, and next week something pops up and be like, man, you got the perfect picture to match the perfect story. Okay, now, but okay, so you can choose that now. So I chose this was my meal. It was some fruits with avocado and roasted tomatoes on a slice of toast. Okay, Now, so that was my meal, and this was halfway down the meal. Now, I don't know what I want to say about this story. I could say a lot of stuff. I would be like, man, I left some for you, or look at my meal. It's such a healthy meal today. What did you eat for breakfast? Here's my breakfast. You could say whatever you want to say, okay? So, and then you would type that in. Then you would type it in. So I'm just gonna say, um, healthy breakfast this morning. Breakfast. I'm gonna no, I won't say breakfast. I'll probably say um what ask a question. I could ask a question. What are your thoughts on my breakfast? Do you like my breakfast? You know, you could do anything with your story. That's yours. Own it up. Something like healthy. I'm just gonna do this. Healthy breakfast. Oh, healthy breakfast. Because I got my fruits in. And so I typed in healthy breakfast, and then you could type in, you could type in whatever you want to type in, but for the interest of time. So then you would hit that done button. And remember that you can put colors. You can choose what color. And let's brighten it up. Let's use color pink so that it stands out. All right. And then you can put that wherever, right? So that was my breakfast this morning. I don't want to say something about my breakfast. So I want to be like, I could use the poll feature. So I go under that, and I could use the poll feature, and then I could ask a question. I could say, oh, healthy breakfast. Yes, no. You see what I'm saying? So I could put that right there, and that could be my question. Healthy breakfast. So I change my exclamation sign into a question mark and put that right over my poll, and ask and make sure that I don't want any no's. So I'll put yes. Right? That could be my question. Healthy breakfast? Yes, yes. See where I'm going? So that could be my question. I could be just like teasing my audience, and I could put it wherever I want to put it. Find a comfortable place to put it. You could break this up, right? So you put it, so it doesn't take up too much space. Okay. So that's one feature, but that's not the feature I want to talk to you about today. So go back under your features. Now, if you ever noticed this little sign right here, that little sign right there. Now, when you click on that, it brings up your camera roll. It brings up your camera roll. Now, notice that I chose something that didn't have my picture on it. So that's the little clue, hint, clue. That did not have my picture on it. Okay. So I chose that intentionally because now from this feature right here, this is pictures. That's going to bring up your camera roll. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to choose a picture. I'm going to choose one picture, maybe this one, okay? And I'm going to bring it in. And what I can do is I can minimize it, put it there, and so shows up right there. See what I'm saying? I can minimize it, shows up right there. So it's like I'm making an inset. I'm making an insert. I'm setting it in the original picture. Oops, sorry. You know how hard it is to do this. I don't want. So, did you follow that? I'm gonna do that over. So, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna trash that. Remember now where I went. I went into this sticker, into the sticker, the gifts, and the emoji section. Okay, I'm gonna hit on this little black spot right there, and that is gonna open up your camera roll. Now you go down and you choose a picture you want to use. You choose a picture of yourself, because what you want to do when you choose that picture, it pops up and it makes that little overlay, and you can set it wherever you want to set it, because now you're showing up in this breakfast thing. So now you could move these. Okay, you could move these here. You could ask your question here and have you appear. Whatever you want to do. You could open it up bigger, huh? You could open it up bigger. You could open this up bigger. Remember now, these things are collapsible. You can open them up. You can do that. And when you put your picture in, you said healthy breakfast, or you could change that to say Here's what I had for breakfast, because now you're right there. And remember, even that, you can minimize, you can minimize your you can minimize your original picture. Let's see if I can move these out so I can collapse this. Or maybe not. Oh yeah. See, you can minimize the original picture. You can bring it out. You can collapse it. There's so many things you can do. That way, when you collapse it now, you got room for all the other, oops, for all the other things that you want to do. So you put your little picture there and you have it right there. Is that pretty cool? And then you can write whatever you want to write, or set it up how you want to set it up. Make it look attractive, and make it balance out. And then, how cool is that? That's for stories. So if you're in credit counseling and insurance and travel and whichever aspect of the health and wellness journey, you could be showing off something, and you just have that picture, and you could insert your selfie in there. That way, okay, here I am, and I want to talk to you about, and you could be like talking, you might have said something, but you could put it in there, put your picture, this like your little image right there, and you can type what you want over there. Or it could be a story where you did a video and you said something, and you could bring up your picture. So this is a feature that I want to show you today. And I want to make sure that you're going to be using that feature. So remember now where you find it, under the sticker menu, that little black image right there. Find your picture, or with whatever you want to put. It pops up, you minimize it or make it big, and then you have that. And then you could have these down here, and you could have your picture here, whatever, however you want to organize your thing. Okay, healthy breakfast. Then and then remember now, then you could type your name, or depending on what you're doing, you could, so I'm gonna put my name right there. And remember now, I could color it, I could make it black, I could make it pink, whatever your color scheme is, right? I'm just gonna leave it black today. So I'm gonna minimize it, and I'm gonna put it right here, somewhere right here for folks. Because what I'm gonna do now, oops. So you see what I'm going? Ooh, here you go. So that's your stories, my friend. And you can do all kinds and use that feature. Put yourself in the story. See where I'm going? Put yourself in the story so folks can be like, oops, how did she manage to do that? Share that with your team members. Show them how to use that feature in the story, because there's so many features there, apart from the filters and apart from the all the different features that the filter has. Put yourself in your story. Put your little image up there. Put your little you can make it big, you can make it depend on what you're talking about. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna save my story, save it to my camera roll. Okay, I saved it to my camera roll, and what I'm gonna do now, if I want, I can post it right away, or if I don't want, then I'll just leave it, right? But if maybe for another time. But what I can do right now is I can set it up so I can post it. Okay. So, oops, I can post it. So I'm going to put it right there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to post it. So I posted it and it's gone. That's your story, your features. One feature that has been underused. A lot of folks, I mean, for me personally, I have watched that little black box there for a long time. And I just discovered that maybe probably about 2 months ago, because, I do stories, but I never put that extra piece to it. That's an extra layer. That's an extra layer that creates visibility. Put the focus on you and what you're offering. Okay. And so use that feature in your story and let me know how that works for you, my friends. Remember now, follow me here at Yvette Garel online. I'm streaming onto YouTube and on my social media um, page where my free social media group is. So if you want to more details, if you want to do more work with me, let me know. Drop it in the comments more, and I'll definitely get in touch with you. But there's so much to know about social media and so much to do to keep you on the cutting edge, to let you remain competitive and to create the visibility, grow your following, get your leads and all the good stuff, and have fun in the moment. So here we go. I'll see you on Friday, my friends. Take care, everybody. Bye bye. So go ahead now, make stories, okay? Use that feature. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.